there, it's Mrs. Croc here. I'm coming to you live from my kitchen, my cat Elephant on my fridge. So I wanted to talk to you today about a lunch system that's been working really well for my family. I have two boys, ages pretty much 10 and 6 right now, that we have enlisted their help in making what we call lunch making station, and they've been using it for about a week and it's been pretty successful, so I thought I'd share with you all. So I'll show you really quick. We have our top shelf is sort of like more for the parents, like this is our Tupperware and stuff. Sometimes our boys use these glass containers if we're home to put snacks in, but they would never bring those to school because we can't bring glass to school. So typically they would use one of these or like a baggie or something. On this shelf we have a array of different types of dry snacks. We've had these bins since my oldest was 3. We just keep washing them out and refilling them. Pretty inexpensive find at Walmart for a 3-pack. I don't recall the price point, but not too bad. And we labeled them with our label maker. You could just use some painter's tape and write over it to label them. It just makes it easier so the kids know what's inside. Even my youngest, who's a non-reader, can kind of figure out by the first letter and the sound what's inside, or he can peek in. Pro tip, both sides label so that when they put them back, they know what's in each, either side. They don't have to put them back a certain way. So those are really helpful for dry snacks. They have their water bottles here. We have some plastic cutlery if we were actually going somewhere, and then got some fluff back there. And then these are our sort of single serve snacks. We've got some fruit cups, applesauces. Back here we also have their thermoses. Sometimes we make our lunches in the morning. Sometimes our kids like to bring soup or mac and cheese, or sometimes they like to wrap up some chicken fingers or chicken nuggets in tin foil and pop them in there. Another pro tip to keep things a little warmer in the thermos, fill it up with really hot water before you put your item in. Let it sit for a while with the cover on. Then when you're ready to fill it, dump out the water, dry it out, and put your items in there. My boys report that it stays warm longer. So you can try that experiment at home, but it seems to work. And then we have a couple snack things here. We usually if they're bringing their thermos to school, then they can use those for snacks and whatnot. Or if we're going to the park, we use those. And then down on the bottom is our cereal, our oatmeal. I just wanted to show you guys too. You don't need to have fancy bins. These I just had around the house, so I didn't spend any money. But you can just use a fruit, a container, just a cardboard box is fine. Old shoe boxes. You can even have your kids decorate them to have a little bit of ownership. I'm going to use mine for our art supplies, and then I just usually take the leftover pieces and put these in the kids' art drawer, which I could show you another day if you're interested. And then we have their lunch boxes, and then we have these, each of them have one of these yum box, bento box things. I can show you those another day too, but that's where we store them. They typically live inside the lunchbox. My son left his lunchbox in my husband's car, and we haven't gotten it back out yet, so that's where that is. And then on the side doors here, we just to give them a little bit more ownership and excitement, we made them each a name tag and they colored them in, and then I made this part and my older son colored it in, just to get them a little excited to use it. And then over here, this is an old pencil case from my son's backpack he never used. We just poked a hole in it and hung it with a zipper, and then inside here's those reusable bags that you can just toss in the washing machine when you're done. With the zipper, so those are good instead of using plastic bags. And if we run out, we just use plastic bags, which we have in another drawer. These, I would suggest if your children are of an age where you feel like they can use safety scissors appropriately, and leave them here. These are here for my son, or both of them really, who need help, opening a single serve thing. Just having a pair of scissors makes the world of difference, because then you don't have to open them as a parent. And then finally on the bottom, we just have some cloth bags that, they're produce bags in here, but we just have had them forever. We use them for a bunch of different things. We had no other place to put them, so it seemed to work there. My kids are currently not in school right now, and they're going to be remote for a while, as I know some of our students will be, but this is a great practice to get into. My kids practice packing their lunches every day, putting an ice pack in there, and then they bring their lunch over to where they typically would have their backpacks. I think this is just a great way for them to start practicing this, and then when it does come time to go back to school, whenever that is, they already have the process down pat. So it's one less thing to have to worry about when there's a transition coming. And what's really great for us at home is if you pack your lunch in the morning, come lunchtime, you're not scrambling to figure out what's for lunch. You're not having to stop what you're doing if you're caring for a younger child or working. They can just grab their lunch and go get started. That happened to us last week with my husband and I. I was on a call and he was on a call, and my kids were able to just get their own lunches and then go outside, and they just ate on their own. Another thing I want to show you, my kids were working on marble runs today. Another thing I want to show you is something that we use in our fridge. This is a little bit extra, but we just cut up some different veggies and fruits for the couple days. I'm going to start enlisting my boys to help with those things, but I don't know, for whatever reason, if we cut it up and put it in here, they typically eat it more and pack it more, so we just have a couple things in there. This kind of lives in the fridge, and if they're hungry for a snack, they have some healthy choices to pick from. So I hope you found that useful, and happy lunch packing, and let me know if you have any questions. Take care.